Our video created, this video, is for re-education only. No copyright breach or infringement was intentional. That's why we're not going to play this particular video. We may or we may not get a copyright infringement or breach. So we are not going to watch it in full. We will only give you information of what we just realized after we had watched it. According to this guru, it's said people asked for something and beyond all expectations it came true for them. This is said to happen to people with faith, people who have faith in their particular God, with a capital G, or their alternative God or gods with a small g, of whom they ask for it through prayer. One might need a car but doesn't have any money, doesn't have a coin to his name to buy even the cheapest one available for sale. So they think it's not possible to buy a car or that particular car. This guru states, the moment you say it's not possible, you are said to be saying that you don't want it. Good excuse. So on one level you're creating a desire that you want something, but on another you're saying I don't want it. So in this conflict it might not happen. Some people ask some through prayer to a God with a capital G, or God with a small g, or gods, and it happens for them, to them. People who are in faith. And faith only works for those who are simple-minded, childlike. They have no negatives, states this guru. Basically, simple-minded in their thinking, etc. So it's all about faith to get what you so desire, isn't it? You may have read the scriptures in the Bible where Jesus supposedly said, if you ask, it shall be given you. I'll ask of the Father of it for you. But he may have been talking in a completely different context. And when translated into the nearest English equivalent, or today's modern Americanized English, people take it out of context. They take it the wrong way. So again, people ask some through prayer to a god or other gods, and it happens for them, to them, people who are in faith. Faith only works for those who are simple-minded, states this particular guru, Sadhu guru. Simple-minded thinking, etc. Childlike thinking. So it's all about faith to get what you so desire. We see that happening to people on a 70-30 ratio. It might happen to 5 out of 10 people or less. As a god, overall, in the end, is the one who decides whether it's right for you, the individual, or not. He's looking at your mind or heart. His heart doesn't think, it's in the mind. He's looking at your conscience, right? And he's checking it out to see what's your real intention. Are you going to get this desire, or you want this desire because there's some sick, twisted, or sinful, evil modus operandi or motive or even agenda behind it? That's why you want it. But you're making out, oh, I really need it, and possibly playing the holy roller game, right? But your true intention in the back of your mind is you want it to satiate your lust, your desires, perhaps your perversions, or your modus operandi, or evil intentions. So at the end of the day, that God may say, well, because I spotted that, nah, it's not right for you, because I know beforehand, ahead of time, ahead of you receiving it, that this is what's going to happen. So no, sorry, you can't have it. So then you wonder, okay, what happened? How come I didn't receive it? I prayed, I fasted, I gave to charity, all this sort of stuff, and I never got it. Because this particular God is the God who decides at the end of the day whether you're going to get that or not. And He's had foresight that you're going to use it with evil intentions. That's in the back of your mind, right? Even though you may not admit it. So He denies you that. So again, it's all based on faith. It's all what you want. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So He says no, no, no. So, we'll recap again. As a God in the end is the one who decides whether it's right for you or not, knowing before ahead of time what you'll really do with it, when given it, by the intention hidden in your mind, in your conscience. So this would mean the negative or sinful or evil intentions for really wanting that something. So what happens when your God denies you it? As it's all up to Him at the end of the day, whether you get it or not. That's the reality. So let's step out of the fantasies and back into the reality, that which this video is all about, and test all for ourselves through the many means. You can pray, ask in prayer, give supplement, charitable acts, be nice to someone, etc., etc., and hopefully you'll get, in faith and belief and positive thinking, good intentions, what you desire. It'll just miraculously happen for you. This minute you got this car, oh wow, who knows? So let's test that to see if this really happens, because we're not saying through faith, through belief, etc., you won't get what you want. And you won't get what you need, etc., etc. There's always that possibility, isn't there? If you have that belief, if you have that faith, if you have that mindset, there are the chances that you'll get this desire, this need that you want. But there's also the chance that you won't, because it's up to the God at the end of the day, isn't it? So let's test it out for ourselves. Let's stop and do whatever method we do, or we think we can do, to convince this God or gods, well, we really need it, so build it for me. I need it by the end of the week, so hurry along, my blessed Saviour, my blessed God, etc., etc. That's the crux of it. We're not being anti-religion or atheist or anything like that. We're just seeing it from the perspective of reality. Ponder this. If I so desire a beautiful woman or girl I know as my girlfriend, will I magically get her via prayer or faith or belief in a God or my God, and He'll make it happen? And that's how I get her. What's the chances of that? 3 out of 10? 1 out of 10? It's not going to happen, because she has a will. You can't force that particular woman or that girl to suddenly fall in love with you. All this magic pill, hypnotism stuff, yeah, it's all trickery. You're going against her will, right? When she finds out, you're in big trouble, buddy. Even God would think the same way. You're trying to possess her, right? for your own selfish lust, perversions, desires, etc. So, being the creator of all things, the controller of all things on the planet, both good and evil, etc. No, that's not going to happen. No. And also this guru suggested, if you believe, or if you wanted to fly, like he made a comparison, like you're sitting in a chair, right? But you've never actually got up and flown away. Okay? But you have sat in the chair and you got up and walked away. He made a comparison there. But because you don't believe that you can fly, it's not in your thoughts, or those old thoughts, or something, or it's an old thought, and you've denied, well, I can't fly, then you won't fly. We found that to be rather silly, because you weren't designed or created by a creator as a bird. You didn't have feathers and two little legs and the ability to fly. You were created a human being who can't fly. The only way you can fly is to get in the aeroplane, buy a ticket, get in the aeroplane and travel or fly, in that sense, to a destiny. So again, we're trying to make people see through this particular video, get out of the fantasies and step back into the reality. This video may be hard to take, but it's true, it's reality. And if you like this video, great, then subscribe to our channel, add your comments, we'll get back to you on those as soon as possible, as soon as we can, and then go share this video with all your family, friends and neighbours and others that you know of. It'll probably make a great debate, a great around the table talk at your next party or birthday party or get together.